What's up, YouTube? Brad Hoover from Rants here. Alright, so rumor Miles Morales live action Spider Man movie in active development. Now, this doesn't really shock me at all. You've had everyone from Tom Holland, on the set saying that maybe it's time to replace Peter Parker with Miles Morales. You've had him in video games. You've had him in, the comics, of course. So, and you've even had a movie of him. And I think the multiverse opens up that door for him to, appear. Now, I felt like Sony would be making a huge mistake if they, kill off Peter Parker. And Miles Morales, takes on the mantle of Spider-Man. I think that would be a really terrible way to introduce him. But if you wanted to, bring him into the multiverse. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to, the multiverse aspect to it, I actually think that would be, Miles Morales would be a cool Spider-Man to introduce for, Venom. I know they're not going to do that. They're, of course, going to do that with Peter Parker. I'm assuming that's where they're going with that. By the end of Venom 2, them kind of, talking about the things that went on in the last Spider-Man movie. So that being said, I feel like that would have been something I would have been in favor of. Miles Morales isn't like a lot of these, replacement characters. A lot of fans have been really receptive towards him. So it hasn't been like the negative response that a lot of DC and Marvel have got for replacing a lot of their more well-known characters with, more progressive, woke ideologies and characters. So it doesn't really shock me that they would be going more in a Miles Morales type of direction, especially after Tom Holland coming out and saying maybe it's time that there is a Miles Morales live action film. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's just read about this rumor a little bit. It says, according to a new rumor, Miles Morales may soon be jumping into the live action Spider-Verse. Industry scooper Daniel Rickman posted on his Patreon that Sony is actively developing a film starring Miles. No further details have been revealed, but it's hardly the first time the rumors have swirled. Spider-Man Homecoming features a nod, of course, to Miles when Daniel Glover, Aaron Davis mentions his nephew, and Miles-centric media has been coming more frequently. Over the past few years, from his starring role in Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse to the video game Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. It says, with Spider-Man No Way Home introducing the multiverse to the MCU films and possibly introducing former Spider-Man, fans have wondered whether the movie could introduce Miles properly. Tom Holland recently teased as much, saying it might be time for the young hero to assume the mantle. It goes on, maybe it is time for me to move on, Holland said in a recent interview. Maybe what's best for Spider-Man is that they do a Miles Morales film. I have to take Peter Parker into account as well because he is an important part of my life. If I'm playing Spider-Man after I'm 30, I've done something wrong. Well, you won't be playing it after you're 30, I will say that. Simply because Spider-Man has had more reboots over the past, decade and a half than probably any character of DC or Marvel related. And that's saying something because, in different genres, in different outlets, when it comes to cartoons, when it comes to TV shows, and of course movies, you've had a change a lot with the direction of Superman. But I even think Spider-Man has gone a step further than even what Superman has done. And of course now, they're wanting to replace, the original Superman completely and totally with his son. So, it doesn't shock me that they're wanting to go down the Miles Morales way. I actually think it would actually suit Spider-Man. It would really maybe help them garner new fans, maybe tell new stories. I think it would I never thought I'd say this because I'm a huge Peter Parker fan, but I actually believe maybe they're right. Maybe, maybe if this new movie is a complete success, um, maybe that maybe give Miles Morales a movie. See how that goes. See how receptive fans are. See if that is the direction that they really can go or need to go. I really don't think it would be bad in any way. I don't think that fans would hate it. I think it would be a successful film. And it, you know what, it might gain Spider-Man new fans or introduce Spider-Man, instead of the same old Spider-Man over and over and over again. With Peter Parker, maybe take a new direction with it, and that might, in this one instance, that doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. But anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do you think that they should introduce Miles Morales in a new movie or make a movie of his own? Do you think that he should just completely and totally take over the mantle of Spider-Man from Peter Parker? I'm cool with it, especially with the multiverse. If they introduced him into the multiverse and, did stories with that, the only way I have a problem with it is if they kill off Peter Parker to introduce Miles Morales. That'd be the only thing that I would have a problem with if they did that. I think they should always leave the door open for Peter Parker to make a return or to have Peter Parker stories in the future. That's my take on it. Anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching, and y'all take care.